tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's pugilism, boxing algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Yeah, go tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO.
Welcome, guys. We are the MKO Pugilism
Boxing channel, talking all things boxing, live recording. Do enjoy. Back again with another one, and right now I'm going to talk to you about a controversial subject. Boxing is actually making a return in Nicaragua with fans in a stadium. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. And Kev, I'm just going to read a few of the facts. I read this on the ESPN article earlier on in the day. And yeah, I'm just going to read us through a few things now. So, right. So, few things to note. First of all, as we said, Nicaragua in South America, they will host a live boxing event, which is actually this coming Saturday. So, tomorrow, as of the date of this recording, and it's going to be held at the Alexis Arguello, another great fighter, the Alexis Arguello Sports Center in Managua, in Nicaragua. According to the national authorities, Nicaragua has only 10 detected cases of COVID-19 among its population, and they're saying at least 8 of those people were from outside the country, and they say that they've had only 2 deaths from COVID-19 according to reports. So that's the first thing. Also, Nicaragua is one of the few nations that have actually allowed the practice of professional sports during the pandemic. They've been playing football, they've been playing baseball, and boxing as well has been played even with fans in the stands. So they're doing things very differently. You've got Belarus, another country where professional sports have continued to be practiced. And also you've had pre-season baseball games taking place in South Korea. So obviously they're doing things very differently. So yeah, it's quite a interesting and controversial thing. So what are your thoughts on that so far, what we've just read?
I mean, you said they've only got 10 cases of COVID-19, and then there's only like 8 of those people are from out of the country. So it was only 2 people from actually Nicaragua, so which means it's low. I mean, there hasn't been any death as well, has it? There's no death there. Yeah.
Well, they're saying they've only had 2 deaths.
Oh, so 2 deaths. So 10 cases, 2 deaths. Okay.
Yes.
That's like 0.0006%. Yeah. That's like nothing really. I guess that's probably why they're taking that risk. Like, if they know who those 10 people were and they're able to contain them somewhere so they don't pass around, or make sure they get medical health so they can recover from the virus. And I guess it's a good thing to able to take that risk, because then it's a low risk really. So as you said, they're going to be putting masks on and gloves on for the fans, and then the boxer will be tested before they get into the ring. So yeah, if it's only 10 cases and only 2 deaths compared to what we have here, like if they have like 18,000 deaths, I guess it won't be possible. So yeah, I think it's all right, because it's good for mental health to have all sports and stuff like that going on, and to also show some resilience as well. Like, we're not gonna like bow down for this virus, but I guess because also the virus is low in that country, so they could afford to take that risk, as long as they take the right measure, like by testing people before they enter the arena, or the boxer being tested as well. So yeah, and then maybe seeing people a few distances apart by practicing social distancing. I don't know. It could work. I feel like it could work. They could pull it off if they do the right safety measurement. They can put it up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, they say this is the interesting thing because over here we're very big on the quarantine, and
Big
I have
time.
a quote here from the promoter of the show. He said that here in Nicaragua there is no quarantine, so they don't have a quarantine, and the government and the minister of health over there, they're making great efforts so that the pandemic doesn't leave a mark on their country. They've also said that there's going to be extra precautions, like as you've just spoken of. So they're going to ask fans not to sit together. So the fans are all going to be at least 1 meter apart.
For this, yeah.
Yeah. So the commissioners, the doctors, the trainers are going to have to wear masks, and they're going to have to wear latex gloves. And they said that we have been lucky that the cases we have had have been few, and they're happy they're all working and they're all making an effort to sort of get things moving.
Mm.
And they've said that there's even going to be things like alcoholic gel and all this sort of thing available, and everybody's going to have to wash their sort of shoes and feet and everything and their hands with this gel and soap and water and all this. So they're going to make it like a lot of extra measures are being put in place for this show.
They're not going to use that measurement, that temperature measurement as well, right? To see if they have any high temperature.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're going to take everyone's temperature as they enter, make sure there's no cases, and that includes the judges, the doctors.
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
No
exactly.
one's below the law right here. I mean, I'm sorry, no one's above the law there. So everyone get tested, no matter who you are. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense for them to do that, and maybe after this Saturday, if it was a successful event, and I'm guessing that they can maybe other places like other countries like America might want to maybe host their fight there. I don't know. Like they might want to host this fight that are being on hold. You know what I mean? So, but I guess before they can do that, the boxer has to be tested in their own country first before they can go. But what about the fan? So the fan might not able to do it. And I'm guessing this way this thing is leading, right? So it could just be like, the way the thing's going right now, maybe they might just test the boxer get tested first. Like, let's say they're gonna have a fight in the UK or Las Vegas in America, MGA Grand, and they could have a ring that there's no one in there apart from the two boxers and the referee and the judges. There's no fan in there, but everyone, just like we've been doing already, everyone has to stream this online. Everyone is online streaming the fight live. That's the only other way I can see this working if they want to continue with all this boxing matches. But obviously, it's never going to be the same when you don't have. You need fans to be in the arena as well to get that energy. You know what I mean? I feel like the performances of boxer will be different if there's no fan base in the arena as well. So there's no one watching you.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, that's been there have been talks about that actually by guys like Eddie Hearn and that, because he's mainly talked about that for fighters who are not as big or as well known as his top guys. He has talked about, and not only Eddie Hearn, other promoters as well. They've been talking about having fights behind closed doors, no audience, just the two fighters,
yeah,
just the judges and whatever. So that's been talked about. The only
I didn't even know about that. I was just suggesting my opinion there.
Yeah, and your opinion it has been discussed for sure. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, because they're just not 100% sure on doing it, because obviously if you do that with a big star, then you're going to lose money and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn has been talking about doing that for perhaps the lesser known guys. He's saying maybe he'll get them out on somewhere where, it's a small thing, there's hardly any audience and that, just to keep them busy, because they obviously need the money more than a superstar, So.
Unless if they can do some virtual reality, you know, those virtual reality game pictures for your face, and it actually feels like you're in the arena with them as well. that'll be
Fight night.
yeah, exactly. Well, you know, I guess this is a new norm for us right now. You know, hopefully this pandemic doesn't last long, because you know we want to go back to the arena and watch like boxing matches. That's our aim. We'd have been watching good matches right now. You know, if it was this pandemic, leading towards like May. I said there was supposed to be a few heavyweight bouts, right? But now is what happening in this month and next month. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
I was saying there was meant to be Chisora versus Usyk, and White versus Povetkin as well.
Yeah. And then the Joshua, and then what was good? Joshua was going to fight
Pulev,
that's right. Yeah, and then who knows? We might have seen Tyson and Fury too as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
not 2, 3. Correction.
Yeah.
So yeah. But this going back to Nicaragua, I think that's a brilliant idea. I mean, if they, as you said, they've already have all these safety steps that they have to take before they can get the boxers in the arena, also the fans in the arena, and once they can do that effectively, I believe that they can make it work. You know, I will definitely be watching it because I haven't seen any new boxing on the TV, so I'll be on it, man. I'm definitely supporting that if they can make it work. Because to be honest, like people can't stop living life, and when we stop doing everything that we usually do, I believe this is when it's going to be hard on us. Now it's going to be hard for us to get back to being, going back to where we used to be if we stop everything. So it's good to have people like, you know, boxing or other sports still playing. If it's safe to do, then it's good to have that running still. But if everything is completely stopped, then, you know, I feel like it's going to be very hard for us to recover from everything that's going on so far. So, and it's good. Boxing is good. Sport is good for your mental health. So I don't see anything wrong with it. As long as it's safe, then it's all good.
No, that's a fact. And I want to give a shout out to the 2 participants. We not forget them. So the headliner of that card is going to be Ramiro Blanco and Robin Zamora. You know, and they're 2 lightweights, and they are the main event. So best of luck to both guys. That's and also they're gonna have another 6-round fight and 1 4-round opening fight on the card. So I think it's gonna be like 6. So it's gonna be like an 8-fight card in total. So again, best of luck to the guys. And you know, I'm kind of with you there really in that. You know, at the end of the day, if their cases are that low, if it's the case of like 10 people total and 8 of them have been from outside the country, then I don't see any reason why you should stop it, because I think at the end of the day, they won't have like a welfare system or whatever like we have in UK or the USA or Western Europe. So the bottom line is people need to make money, people need to make a living. So, and boxing is one of those ways. So I think if these guys can make a living, if their cases are that low, then I'd say, let them go ahead, because at the end of the day, you know, you can't always rely on the government to be your parent. You know, you've got to be self-sufficient in a way. You've got to bring in money somehow. And you don't want to, you know, if you've got a way of doing that, go ahead and do it. You know, as long as it's legal, it's safe, you know, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. The most important is safety, because the last thing we want to happen in Nicaragua is having a COVID-19 spreading, you know, from 10 to 20 to 30, you know. So yeah, it's definitely important because that's how we start. It only takes 1 or 2 people to have it, and then it spreads around.
Yeah.
So if 10 people can have it, and 20 people can have it, and 30 people can have it, you know. So who knows how many other people that probably has it over there that hasn't been tested, you know. They haven't come up with a symptom, because you say sometimes you don't have a symptom, it could be a carrier, and you might pass it on to other people. So that's why they have to be careful when they're letting people in. So it'll be, if they have to test everyone that comes into the arena, then they have to. It doesn't matter if it takes a day, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, because the most important is they'll be saving lives if they can manage to get other people tested. You know what I mean? So, well, you know, if they say they have it under control, we just have to believe them. But like, if they do the right thing, then everything should be okay.
Yeah, and we'll have to do something post-fight as well. Maybe next week or something. We'll have to look at how the show went, and because if they pull this off, this will be it will be like a shocker, I think, because most people are so fearful and everything, and everyone's worried. So yeah, I hope it goes well, and yeah, we'll have to look at something post-fight, see how this show went. I'm definitely
keep eyes on it. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Facts, man, definitely.
All right.
Yeah, that's all on that one, guys. So until next time, MKO Pugilism, over and out. All things boxing.
Out it.
All right.